This is the Cowon D3. The switch on button is over here. Takes a little while. Now for it to come on, it does take just too long. I've got Android gingerbread loaded onto it, but I think what causes the problem is the micro SD card. I reckon that's why it takes so long. I've got a 32 gig micro SD card installed in there. Now while this is switching on, I'll show you some of the buttons. This is obviously the on-off button. This is where you put in the micro SD card. You've got the volume up and volume down buttons over here. Fast forward or reverse or pause for music over there. At the back over here is where you connect the USB cable. It's Cowon Zone, not a standard USB cable, which is rather annoying. They insist on having their own. Now the first thing you need to do is unlock. And immediately you see the problem I've been talking about, media scanning. I'll get it a bit closer so you can see. Well, I must admit this time it didn't cause too many problems. If I go into music, we're back. The media scan. All you can do is exit and just hope that eventually the music will play. To play a particular track, you have the play button. Album art. It's that size, you can't increase or decrease it. Now they put the speakers here at the back, which they did on the Cowon S9. The problem with this is that if you put it down flat, it blocks off some of the sound. Now on the X7, they had the speaker at the front, which was an improvement, but they seem to have gone back to where they were. Now pause the music, go back home, go into pictures. Eventually it'll go, one hopes. Well, it's not doing it at the moment. I'll go into settings, nothing works. Wireless networks, there's an orange tick over there, which means that I've connected it to my router. Now the internet seems to work rather well on this one. You've got sound, jet effect as usual. Everyone should be used to this. Seems like hundreds of options, but they're really good. I mean, you can't complain about that. Try pictures again. And for some reason, it just refuses to go. Well, it does work, the pictures, but not today. I'll go into the internet, see if that works okay, and maybe come back to pictures in a little while. Now, the internet, as you can see, is pretty good. Works pretty well. I've got my home page set to my emails, which is why you're seeing that page. Once again, should I try pictures? It's worked. It's worked. Now if you tap twice on a picture, it enlarges, tap twice more, enlarges, and the third time it goes back to its original size. And you can move the pictures around. Quite responsive. Go back home. Videos. Obviously videos are better played this way. Now you won't see how good the video is because there's a reflection coming off sunlight while I'm doing this review. But I can assure you the video is very good with an AMOLED screen. Go back home. Now in apps, you got the usual stuff: music, videos, radio, internet, pictures, documents, microphone, calendar, calculator, all kinds of things. Most of them not that useful. The last thing I'll do is I'll compare the D3 with the X7, and you can see the difference in style and shape and size. So here's the D3. Now you got to admit, I'm really sorry. It's the X7 over there, the D3 over there. I'm sure you realize that, but I got it wrong. The D3 does look a lot nicer than the X7. The D3 is a good player and is good for the internet. It's got great sound. All Cowon need to do, if they can, is to upgrade the firmware so you don't have this slow startup, this media scanning that goes on for ages. It just gets very frustrating if you want music quickly. It just takes ages. I hope Cowon will sort that out. Everything else about the D3 is nice. Thank you for listening.